It's times a lot more than something like Encanto did. Cinderella, meh. It's not for me. I'll say it had its meh. I don't ever care to watch this again. I would, only in the sense of it's been a long time since I've seen it, and like if I was going through like a Disney retrospective or something. But it's not for me. I mean, that's the best I can say. It's literally not a story for me. Dumbo, I think, had its good moments. I remember some of the more trippy horror, like isn't there like a pink elephant scene? It's been a long time since I've seen Dumbo, like VHS period. That's not the right Dumbo. I've never seen this one, nor do I really want to. Gave it a 6. That seems about right. There's like one scene in particular that like reaches out to me in my cortex of my brain juice, and I want to see if it's, I'm thinking it is. Okay, this sequence has always stuck to me. It's cool. It's just trippy looking. So yeah, Dumbo has its moments. Loving Vincent I really want to see, but I haven't yet. I think it looks super good. I've heard good things. Despicable Me 2 I think is meh. Despicable Me 1, I hope we'll get to it. I think would probably go up here to great film, beautiful film. I really enjoyed it. And then I've not liked any of the other movies in the series. I think all of them's been really bad. Mulan is... Let me see what I rated it first. But I want to put it in God tier. But I also don't want to, you know what I mean? What did I rate it? Only a 7? No, it's higher than a 7. It's at least an 8. Come on, past self. Why are you being hard, Mulan? We rewatched Mulan right before we watched the live action remake. And I'm going to give it great film, beautiful film. I guess if I'm looking at like Big Hero 6, like I like Big Hero 6 better, but I think Mulan is super good. And then we watched that live action remake like right after watching the animated, and we're like, that was a bad decision because it made the live action look way worse. The Last Unicorn I've not seen, but I would kind of like to. Is this Despicable Me 1? Yeah. Despicable Me 1 gets great film, beautiful film. I genuinely enjoy Despicable Me 1. I think it's fun. Over the Hedge, I've not seen. I do own it on DVD. This haven't seen it list, we might, because it's a chunky list here. Despicable Me 3 is a nope. I think it's terrible. It's super unenjoyable. I've not seen Tinkerbell. I just don't think it's fun, like, at all. Despicable Me 2 had, like... I wouldn't say, like, I hated my experience with it. I kind of felt the same way as I did with these ones, where it's just, like... I guess not necessarily Cinderella, but just, like, it was just meh. Where Despicable Me 3, I left, it was like, this is one of the worst movies I've seen of the year. So... Alright, what's shaking, bacon? Welcome back to some more Magic the Gathering, playing another one of Raging Bull's list, The Red Menace. Now, I do want to say this just real quick for anybody wondering. We are going through a list of decks over here. I still got a couple to add in that have been suggested. So I'm working off of a queue, pretty much like, it's kind of a mixture of, one, if I can finish out the deck, but also like when I see it, you know what I mean? So I'm trying to go in order of like when they're commented, but also I'm kind of just going, I wouldn't say in order, but like when I see them and stuff, I guess. I don't know. But we're on Red Menace. Tomorrow we are going to revisit Hijack, though, just so we're aware, to see how our changes will do. That is my plan for this tomorrow. And I think what I'm going to do is probably like once a week or so, maybe twice a week. I haven't fully decided yet. We're going to revisit the decks that we kind of tune up together and see how they do. I think that's what my current plan is. Any bedoozle, we are going to play some mono red, and we are going to play some mono red Menace. Now this deck is kind of interesting because we have some wild things going on here. It's pretty weird. So let's talk about this real quick. We have 4 Great Furnaces, 14 mountains. That's our land base. Simple. All of our creatures have Menace. However, we don't have a ton of creatures. We have Friar Shrine Keeper, which is a Menace that you can tap 8 and it to sacrifice it to deal 3 damage up to 2 target creatures. We have 4 Goldhounds, a 1-drop, 1/1 first striker with Menace. You can sacrifice it to add 1 color of any mana to your mana pool. And then we have 4 Insolent Neonates with Menace. Discard a card, sacrifice Insolent Neonate, draw a card. Now, Raging Bull, you're going to have to help me out with this one as we go through this. What's up, L? Good morning. So now let's talk about the rest of the spells in this deck. There are some wild stuff here. So first off, we have Collateral Damage as an additional cost to cast a spell. Sacrifice a creature. Collateral Damage does 3 damage to any target. So we'll talk in a second what we're doing here. Crack the Earth. Each player sacrifices a permanent. Then we also have 4 Elemental Synthesizers. Pretty self-explanatory. 3 Makeshift Munitions. Another one that's pretty self-explanatory. 4 Reckless Impulse. 3 Wrenn Resolve. So we have 7 Wreck effects in this deck. Then we have some of our own hijack cards here. We have a 4 suite of Wrangles. Gain control of target creature with power 4 or less. It gains haste. Untap that creature, gains haste till end of turn. And then we have 4 Tentative Connection. This spell costs 3 less to cast if you control a creature with Menace. Gain control of target creature until end of turn. Untap that creature. It gains haste until end of turn. So we're kind of attacking our opponent here. And then using cards like Makeshift Munitions, Collateral Damage, Crack the Earth. Yeah, those cards. We're using these cards to sacrifice our opponent's cards after attacking them with them. So we have a bit of hijack. It's very similar to the hijack deck, so I think it will be fun to kind of revisit the hijack deck after this one. At least I think it will be. We'll have to see. Oh man, stealing the opponent's shit and then stacking them is such a good feeling. It really is. Last week we tuned up a black-red Rakdos hijack deck. And I guess we're running the mono red version today. But we're going to be playing that hijack, this Rakdos hijack deck again tomorrow. After we've tuned it up. Because we did this kind of tune up to the deck and then we only got to play it once. So I do want to revisit it and play it some more. I actually have an argument to make for this deck tomorrow too. So remind me on that one. But he didn't have Raging Bull didn't have a sideboard here. So I just kind of stuck in pretty generic, like, mono-red sideboard. 4 End The Festivities, 3 Gorilla Shaman, 4 Red Elemental Blast, 4 Progenitus Relic. Pretty simple, kind of handles and deals with most of what our opponent will be doing. I will say, though, out of the gate, this deck is super weak and susceptible to the Poison counter deck. I think the Poison counter deck might be one of the worst matchups for this deck. But in the mono red kind of light, you don't have a lot to do with mono red, if that makes any sense, against that deck. So I think we're still in here to fight the good fight. We do have cards that will come in that matchup, so we'll see how that works out. But for right now, let's take out the Red Menace. If you want to see the deck description, the deck list, it is in the description below. And if you have a deck to submit it to me in either live chat or comment if you're watching the VOD. Just copy and paste the deck list. Links don't work, so just copy and paste the deck list, and I will check it out. If you want me to run any of your decks or a deck of your choice through a league, you can do so by becoming a member. You can also become a member to get some custom emotes and a badge and your name and a credit scroll. I think I said yesterday that it was free emotes, and it's like the sense of, yeah, you pay $1 and then you get the free emotes. No, you get the emotes with the membership. It's not, I guess, free, but not the point. And then if you want to support the channel, the free way, subscribing or just plain watching is a great way to do it. But let's try to get into a game. A lot of people out and about today, apparently. So I can play till about noon. I got to bounce around noon. I got to get some stuff done before work, so I'm good till noon today. I got a little bit of a late start, but it's been a busy day. Well, wait, how's your guys' day been? My coffee cup, I peeled the sticker off. It says, do not microwave. It's metal. Has anybody seen that Furby video where they microwave a Furby and it like wakes up and it's like cock-a-doodle-doo and then it lights on fire as soon as it finishes? It's hilarious. Prioritize getting munitions down. It'll be important when you actually start stealing the creatures. Yeah, I kind of figured munitions was like one of the best of our like sack outlets. I feel like that's, you know, one of the better options. But I'm excited. I like the hijack, hijinky kind of decks. They're really fun. But yeah, I got to look at some of these other lists here. We had a fix of dinosaurs I got to fix up and stuff. I was terrified of my sister's Furby as a kid. Good on whoever nuked it. I had a couple, but I didn't have like any real Furbies. I had like ones that came from like McDonald's and shit. We'll leave this match and join in this one, Mimico, Mimico. But it's pretty funny. It's probably still on YouTube, but it's like probably super old. Definitely crack when you've got a synth on the field. It's a total win. Yeah, that's what it feels like. It'd probably be pretty good. This hand is probably a keep just because of Wrenn resolve. We have a ton of land, so we could crack the earth them early, if need be. This is not a good hand, but we're kind of leaning into Wrenn resolve here. Black Dragon Gate. Okay, I'm like half tempted to just do crack the earth now. But I don't think I'm going to. Definitely crack the earth. Oh, no, I read that already. Schwomp. Is this like an Abzan list? Could this be Abzan Torex? That'd be cool. Chainers? Boo. We're supposed to be the sacrifice deck there, opponent. Until the end of your next turn. Okay, that's what I wanted to know. Glory Hound and Synthesizer? Yeah, okay. I'll probably Glory Hound and then just crack the... Yeah, I don't know. We can Glory Hound and crack the hammer, I guess. Let's see what we get with Synthesizer first, I guess. Should have seen if we got a land off of it. A Reckless Impulse. That's a bummer. Imagine they sack their cat here. A second Reckless Impulse. Jeez, a Pete's. Boo. Our opponent has all the removal possible here. That feels like that was a bad sequencing of playing, though. Honestly, on my end, that feels like a really bad sequence of playing. But we live and we learn, right? Potentially. Sacred Cat's so good. Dawnbringer Cleric, sure. Insolent Neonate. Neonate's kind of okay here because we can block the Sacred Cat and then sack Neonate so they don't gain any life. We haven't seen Basilisk Gate yet, which is kind of good. Yeah, I would have played Synth first there, then Land and Impulse. Yeah, I think that was a bad sequence. 100% agree. That's annoying. Our opponent has had all the removal possible. Where's Wrangle? Can we draw Makeshift Munitions? Because Makeshift Munitions would actually be kind of baller in this matchup. No, we draw yet another land. I'm just going to hold on to this Wrangle for now. The question too, in our Rakdos build, are we running Makeshift Munitions? In the Rakdos? Where's it at? We are not. It's kind of worth mentioning that we're not. Okay, well, we get a Reckless Impulse. Let's Reckless here. Wrenn Resolve and Insolent Neonate. Sure, let's Wrenn Resolve here. There's our Makeshift. Let's Neonate. And I don't think I play this land this turn. I think I just pass. It is worth noting our opponent has yet to find Basilisk Gate, but I'm assuming it's probably not far off from being around the corner. This Neonate can chump the life linker. I think I am going to cycle this land here. Cycle the land around. Collateral Damage. Okay. That got a little bit more interesting, didn't it? So we wrangle the Sacred Cat, Collateral Damage onto Dawnbringer. We play the Makeshift Munitions and the Synthesizer. If we have enough mana. Yeah, this is going to be a little bit spicy, I think. And we get another Neonate. All right, so 1, 2. We have 5 mana. I still think we want Makeshift Munitions. We might have to let the Synthesizer go. Well, we wrangle the Sacred Cat. Blow up the Dawnbringers with Collateral Damage. And unfortunately, we lose the Synthesizer, but it is what it is. We can get rid of their lifelinker for good here. Hold on, additional cat. Okay. Target Dawnbringer. Blow up Sacred Cat. Now we have Makeshift Munitions on the ground. We lost our Synthesizer, but we do have Makeshift Munitions on the ground. The one thing I'm worried about is not having enough of our own creatures to punch in to close out the game with. Mole Drifter. My goodness, are they just like a 5-color deck? Well, I guess they could be Esper. Glory Hound. Perhaps tempted to blow up our great furnaces here to get rid of Mole Drifter. Okay. Yeah, let synthesizer fizzle. Yeah, we just gotta find like more like punchy things, I feel like I don't know. We definitely have sideboard cards for this matchup though. I feel like anyway. Still presenting no Basilisk Gate, so just take the damage here. Get a mountain, which is not very exciting. I'm gonna attack with Goldhound here. And then just hold back the Neonate. We'll cycle away this land here with Neonate after chumping. I think is what my plan is. Alright. Apparently that's not what's going to happen here. I wish we had a Wrangle effect here. I'm going to assume the male's here, and that's why he's going bananas. I'll be lazy and just check the camera. Wait, what? Our device. Oh no, it takes the initiative. Hold on, I gotta go see what he's barking at. Our cameras ain't on. Hold on. Well, I was right. It was the mailman. For some reason, our cameras aren't working. I'll have to check that out here in a minute. They get the initiative, sure. Let's draw a Wrangle effect. Well, we have 8 in this deck. I'm drawing a ton of cards. Yeah, Wrangle effect would be pretty good. To grab this Goliath and Paladin and blow it up. Especially if you can steal the Undercity from him for a turn or so. No attacks here. Yes! Let's go! Steal their big guy. Collateral damage is instant speed, which is 100% worth looking into. Be able to think of a big body win con. Yeah, I think we need like something that. Is there like a big menace guy out there? I'm here. Apologies for taking so long. I was working on another deck. Yeah, no worries. No worries. It feels good, man. Yes, it does. Feels real good. Sack. Blow up. Hold on. No. Cancel. All right. The way you like stack stuff is so weird in this. So weird in this. Yeah, I wish we had a way to kill off this Thrabian Inspector so they don't take the Undercity back, but... The initiative, I mean. Golgari Affinity? What? Are you saying you're building Golgari Affinity? I 100% want that list. 100% want that list. But yeah, does anybody know like a good menace creature? It doesn't have to be huge either. Just kind of like punchy, I guess. I don't know if that's even the right word. Put 2+1/+1 counters would be kind of annoying, which is what we would do. We can just yield through turn. We're not doing anything this turn, unfortunately. Okay, well, that's probably game. That's probably gonna be game there. We definitely have some sideboard stuff though to bring in. Them having the initiate though is kind of rough. Trap, we lose 5. We'll go down to 1 here. I'll put the list on this VOD. Okay, cool. I'll be on the lookout for it then. Maybe Flowstone Kavu? To the Google. Alright, we're dead. Flowstone Kavu is this critter. Menace 2/3 gets +1, -1 to end a turn. Yeah, that could work. That could be something. Let's keep we'll keep that one on mine. Peerless Samurai. Menace, whenever a samurai or warrior you control attacks alone, the next spell you cast costs 1 less to cast. I kind of like the other one so far, just because of the growth ability to it. Can kind of maybe close out games a little bit quicker. Yeah, we'll keep keep the tabs open here. We'll try to find something that's a little bit on the back end here. Can we sort this differently? Can we sort by name? That works. So against them, Relic is, I think, the main thing we bring in. That Kavu does seem better of the two. Yeah, so far of the two, that one does seem better. Is Relic all we really bring in? Because, like, End The Festivities is a card, I guess. But I'm not that super duper excited about it. I'm also not super duper excited about Relic either. Let's bring in Relic here, and let's go down. What do we trim out of this? Bone Pit Brute? Let me finish the sideboarding first, and I'll look it up. I'm gonna go down 1. I don't think. I'm gonna trim out 1 Crack the Earth. Let's trim down 1. Just gonna bring in the 1 relic. I don't think we need all the relics. We're only there to like hit the cat, right? I don't think we have a ton for this matchup in sideboard. Bone Pit Brute. Yeah, I want to go first. Bone Pit Brute is a 6-drop menace that has, when it enters the battlefield, target creature gets +4/+0 to end a turn. Could be. I think part of the win con too is just stealing the creatures. You know, I'm gonna keep this. It's probably just stealing the creatures and sacking them. Let's just lead on the Goldhound here. So the question, I got a question. I feel like when we have the sack thing, maybe we don't need a big top end card, right? But what if we had like some solid, stronger than 1/1 cards? You know, even like 2/2s or something, or you know what I mean? Like something along those lines. Something that has a little bit more than just being a 1/1 menace person. Like I think Goldhound's a good 1-drop. I don't know how I feel about Insolent Neonate, just for the fact that I don't feel like we want to discard a ton here. And you know what? I don't think I'm going to. Part of me wants to play Crack the Earth here, honestly. Like a little bit, you know. I think I'm just gonna pass. You know, because like Insolent Neonate, like it's not bad to like draw cards, but we have those Wrenn effects, so we don't really need that. Synth and Crack Time Walk. I didn't think about that. I did not think about that. You're 100% right. That's what I should have done. You're 100% right. Ferocious Tigrilla? Tigrilla? Okay, I'll have to look that up in a minute. I'm gonna lead on Synthesizer here. Let's see if we hit a land. Cool. Alright, so we're gonna Tentative Connection here. Jack their Thrabian Inspector. We're gonna attack them for 2, and then Crack the Earth them. Sorry I had a FaceTime. It's my daughter's birthday today, and fam calls all day today. Yeah, no worries. Happy birthday to your daughter. Yeah, Crack the Earth. I imagine they sack their clue, but that's still removing a draw power card for them, so it's okay here. I wish there was an enchantment that lets you steal creatures, you know? I'm just gonna yield through turn. We don't have anything to do here. Ferocious Tigrilla. That is some wild artwork, man. That is wild looking. Hold on, we'll read it in a second. Like this list looks fun. Yeah, I think so far it's been pretty fun. It's given me some ideas. Super cool deck list. Always, man. I'm proud of you. Thanks. This list was submitted by a viewer. Our opponent is commenting about our deck and stuff, and it sounds like they might be a viewer, which I'm curious about. Did we skip? Dang, we did, didn't we? I'm gonna wrangle this here. Dude, I am like clicking poorly here. I'm playing very, very poorly here. I didn't realize we had skipped like through that turn, so my bad. This seems more like hold on, this seems like more of a game plan. Never let them get their feet on board. Yeah, that's what it feels like a little bit. Boo. Yeah, that last play was really bad. It's letting our opponent know I butchered that last turn really poorly. We can't make a... They do have Basilisk Gate, which is not the best for us. Let's Synthesizer here. See what we get. Wrangle. I wish we had a sack outlet, though. Yeah, I wish we had a sack outlet there. So stop with the Chainer's Edict. Our little 1/1s. We don't have a lot of them. Yeah, Bajuka Bulk's fine. We don't have anything for that. We're probably just going to crack one of these synthesizers next turn. Luckily, they didn't Basilisk Gate us this turn, but they're probably going to next turn. Let's see what we draw here, though. Ooh, they get another cat. All right, so now I kind of wish we would have brought in the festivities. Let's Reckless Impulse here. We did get a mountain. So let's mountain, and then let's just crack one of the synthesizers here. That would have been nice to have. That's a bummer. Let's look at this gorilla real quick. Ferocious Tigerilla enters the battlefield with your choice of trample counter or a menace counter. I kind of like it. It's cool. The artwork is really cool. Regardless, like if the card's like that good or not, the artwork's really cool. I do feel a little bit bad about not being like 100% laser focused in on this matchup. Especially considering the reviewer. So if you're watching this later, I apologize. I'm going to take the 4 here, I think. Thanks. It's less about playing weak menace creatures and more about waiting for the right time and drawing as much as possible. Yeah, I can kind of feel that. I think they're... I think we might have an idea. I think I might have an idea of some changes to make. We are drawing a ton of lands, though. 3. Crack another synthesizer here and hope it's not Makeshift Munitions again. Briar Shrine Keeper? Sure. I'm going to attack them for 2 here. We do have Vigilance, so we can potentially trade off and get rid of the 1 Sacred Cat here. Relic would not be a bad draw, honestly, to get rid of these Chainer's Edicts. I kind of forgot about Chainer's Edict, which is like, alright, so they do have Chainer's Edict, so we should probably... If we somehow go to a game 3, we should probably take their Chainers, bring in more relics for their Chainer's Edicts. We do get to hold them back, though. We draw a Neonate, though. Let's crack this synth here and see what we get off this synthesizer. Another Neonate. Not that exciting. Well, I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play it, and then we can sack this Neonate if need be. I don't really see much of an issue with attacking with the Samurais here. I'm always down to see changes. That Fire Shrine Keeper was a filler card. I need 1-drop menaces to make the Menace Wrangle card only a 2 cost. Yeah. I get it. I'm fine with this. Now, what are you gonna do? No. You know what I mean? Well, that sucked. All right, they're gonna bury us under this initiative. Um, some turns with this deck might feel like playing a blue deck. LOL, just waiting to respond. I'm excited to see some changes in the right direction. Yeah, we're gonna work on this deck after this matchup. I have a few ideas already in mind. Man, we are getting a lot of land. Well, let's just steal their creature. They both have vigilance, so I don't feel like it's super not a bad idea to attack here. They're gonna kill off their sacred cat. That's super interesting. I kind of wish the initiative was the same effect as. Oh, I guess we didn't take it anyway, did we? Dang it. All right, we're probably about dead here. I'm gonna give them the GGs. All right. I'm gonna leave that open for a second in case they want to respond. Let's look at this deck real quick. Maybe Grantic Titan as a finisher, because if it gets stuck in your hand, you can at least cycle it. All right, let's look it up. It's big. Maybe. Let's look real quick here. I think we need to go up a Wrenn resolve. I think we want 8 rec effects here. And then I actually think we can go down. I think I'm just going to take Neonate out in general. Because what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go up a Makeshift Munitions here. I think Makeshift Munitions is worth bringing in. And then I think, excuse me, I think it's actually probably Fire Shrine. I like Goldhound as an early play. I guess so. Bull, let me ask you a question. How like intent are you on this as like a menace thing? Refine. X colors. Red. Types, subtypes, Shore's rarity. common. Pauper. And is there like a way to look for... Is there like a way to like look for Menace? Menace makes sense because the Wrangle effects cost less than the hijack effects. I'd say maybe we need more payoffs for having Menace. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna look into, like some Menace cards here. Rules text. Type in Menace. Obtain Menace. Okay, apparently I don't know how to use Gatherer. Could just play Goblin War Drums, and then we could play any creature we want in theory. That's true. I would like to just look up MTG Menace cards. That's kind of interesting. Arcbound Tracker. Arcbound Tracker could be a card for us. If we're wanting to stay in the mono red, that is. There's also Frenzied Rage. Okay, here's a way. Here's a way we could do it. MTG Pauper Menace deck. Rakdos Menace. I like to do this, and then you just look up like what some of these creatures are to see. There's a Surge Goblin Freerunner has Menace. That's a card. Honestly, yeah. Why don't we do War Drums, then run Swifty, Flame Breather, etc.? We could. I just want to see if like there's like some like actual like strong Menace people, you know. There's Friar Shrinekeeper. Also Ripscale Predator. Artwork's really cool. It's like old school Menace. Hmm. I kind of like Goblin Freerunner here too. Do you ever use Scryfall? I don't. I've never been on the site. All right. Let's look at Goblin War Drums here. Creatures you control have Menace. Sweatworks Brawler seems decent. Personally, I go to Moxfield. Yeah, I'm gonna start using Moxfield to put all the deck lists that not opponents, all the deck lists that viewers submit. I want to start putting on Moxfield at some point. Yeah, I just looked at this card. Yeah, so can we? Let's try Steamworks Brawler. Steamworks Brawler. Let's try Steamworks Brawler. Did I spell that wrong? Because it's Sweatworks, not Steamworks. It feels like it should be Steamworks. Let's try the Brawler here. I think that could be good. And let's look at like artifacts here. Do I mean Goldhound? Yeah, the synthesizer. Both of those could work really well. Do I have any? Okay, I still have tickets. All right, I got this. I got the Sweatworks coming over. Real quick. I think that could be pretty decent, honestly. I think Swifty's probably pretty good too. Tentative Connection though is pretty strong, so having that as a 1-drop is pretty good. Let's lay down the Sweatworks Brawler here. I definitely think we want more. I don't know. Thank you. All right, let's try this. We'll try Sweat. I think Sweat can be strong here. Apparently, we already had 2 of them. Cool. Didn't need that then. And then maybe Neonate's not bad, just to draw cards with. Lose Calm. Lose Calm is a threat effect that gives Menace. It just costs too much mana. Got it. Alright, so we have Sweatworks Brawler. That feels pretty strong. We went up the Makeshift Munitions. I feel like Makeshift Munitions in this deck is super important. Maybe Implement of Combustion. Let's see what that is. Oh, okay. Yeah, this could be good. That actually feels like it's probably actually pretty good. I think that's probably worth bringing in, because then we can activate Steamworks Brawler with it. What if we did a 2 of it instead of Neonate? Yeah, what if we did 2 of that instead of Neonate? Because I still like Goldhound works with Steamworks pretty good. It's also Menace, which helps with Tentative Connection. My only concern that I have here, honestly, is like, do we have enough sack effects It might be worth bringing in 4 of them for makeshift munitions. The question is, do we have enough like steel effects for the sack effects? You know, I like Crack the Earth a lot with stealing, stealing the cards. That's for sure. I also like Collateral Damage. Yeah, let's try this iteration. Let's try out this iteration here. I feel like we had some good ideas. Because like I'm thinking in my head is like we don't need like a top end card. I don't feel like. I feel like we need. What we need to do is be aggressive. We need to steal them and then be aggressive. Pyrite Spellbomb. Let me look that one up real quick. I've played this before, but I need to sacrifice deals 2 damage, target creature or player, sacrifice it, draw a card. That's one we could play too. I might have a couple of them. Yeah, I have 2 of them. So that's something we could play too. I kind of like Combustion though right now. So let's try out Combustion. I'm just like trying to think. So like I feel like yeah, we wrangle their stuff. I feel like we have a plan here. My biggest concern so far playing these hijack decks is like I'm like trying to figure out, like, do we even need creatures of our own? Or do we just rely on stealing their stuff and sacking it? You know what I mean? And I don't know. We obviously have to have some kind of creature of our own. It honestly might even be worth boarding party. Honestly. You know? We need at least some for control list. Yeah, I know. That's why I'm like trying to figure out like what's the right balance here. But I would hate to boarding party into one of our hijack spells and not have a target, or, you know, whatever, what have you. So it's like trying to find that like balance of stealing all their stuff and sacking it, but also having something to punch home with. I think we have an idea. Like I have an idea for the. We have a in the Rakdos build with hijack. We have cards like Carrion Feeder that's really strong. I'm removing Village Rites. We got a second here to work on stuff because we're waiting for an opponent. I think Deadly Dispute is going to be better. My reasoning for Deadly Dispute being better is because we can hijack artifacts. So I feel like Deadly Dispute is probably better than Village Rites, even though Village Rites cost less. I feel like that's probably fine. Oh, no, I wanted to get rid of Dragon's Egg for Makeshift Munitions. Add 3 to the deck, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Vault of Whispers. Add 4 to the deck, and then Great Furnace. Add 4 to the deck. So that was kind of my changes I was thinking of with this deck, is kind of lean into the some of the artifact stuff. Yeah. We are at 61, which is worth noting, I guess. So let's trying to think what to go down here. Maybe a lightning bolt. I don't know. We'll try that one. We're playing this tomorrow, by the way. We're screwed if they have no creatures. Yeah, I think if you play a hijack list, you're just it is what it is. If you don't play against a creature matchup, it's not good. That's why I use Dragon Eggs in my BC list, because it can finish. Yeah, that is true. What's the reasoning for On-Crop Invader? So that's not the list we're playing right now, but Reason for On-Crop Invader is you can sack their creature to make it bigger. Oh, dang it. Well, I guess we're playing. Like Swifty wants to be in our list. Proper, yeah, red deck wins builds. True. I guess we're playing this. I'm gonna bounce. We're gonna play this tomorrow. Yeah, no, we gotta save this for tomorrow. I didn't want to hide event. Dang it. What is happening here? What is going on here? All right. Okay, we're gonna play them again. Well, yeah, the hijack list hijacked our stream. That's tomorrow. We got to save that for tomorrow. Although I was tempted to just play it then, but we got to save that for tomorrow. What's up, Marco? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this hand. Boomstick and Sticky Fingers could help include Swift Spear and other non-menace creatures. What's Boomstick? I don't think I'm going to lead on Synthesizer here. I think I'm just gonna pass. Scrappy Boomstick. Whip creature deals 1 damage to any target. That's the one you're talking about? Oh no, Beamtown Broomstick. Oh, are we in the mirror match here? That could work. Could work. Does his job so well it works on the managed cast spell. Yeah, right. Alright, let's just lead on Makeshift Munitions. Lead it here and pass. And then what's the other one? Sticky Fingers. So Beamtown Boomstick could, Beat Stick could work. That could be a card. And then the other one is Sticky Fingers. Enchant creature and current creature. Enchant creature has menace, and one of this deals combat damage to a player creator token. Okay, that could be good. Sticky Fingers seems like it'd be pretty good. Kuldotha Rebirth, sure. It's kind of annoying. We get Wrangle here. Let's Synthesizer here, see if we can find a land. Hopefully, we can find a land. We get a Reckless instead. Dang it. I'm going to blow up the Synthesizer here. Try to find a land. Crack the earth. Well, shoot. Yeah, maybe next game we'll try a Swift Spear build here. Boomstick is better if you want to run the Impulse Menace creature. Yeah, the improvised menace creature. That's what I was thinking too. It's probably a better card. There's a Wrenn Resolve here. Land? Really? Neither. Dang, dude. It's super disappointing. Kind of get screwed on land here. Hit us for 3 again. Our opponent is 2, though, which is worth noting. Our opponent was a little bit more proactive than we are. Oh my god. Well, let's play Combustion. It was a great impulsive hit, but unfortunately, land. Epicure might be worth bringing in too for that blood token effect. We finally hit a land though. You know. We could bring in Epicure. That would work well with Sweat Beats. Sweatworks Brawler. I still feel like probably Swift Spear is a good choice, and then probably the Boomstick. Because we could probably go down some of our sack effects. No. Let's wrangle in one of these goblin tokens here. Attack them. Prowess creatures do awesome work. Yeah. Maybe. We'll have to look at it. Does it have Menace as a prowess? Prowess Menace. Hit them for 1. Blow it up. Falkenrath Celebrants feels good with Sweatworks too late game. I'll have to look it up. We're probably just dead to burn spells here, honestly. Falkenrath Celebrants Menace. Yeah, when it enters the battlefield, create 2 blood tokens. If it wasn't a 5-drop, I'd feel a lot better about that. Beamtown Boomstick. Beatstick. Equip 2. I don't know. I definitely feel like in Pauper there's something here with these hijack decks. I really do. We are not in a good spot. We're probably just dead to burn here, though. Being at 3 life and all. Let's look at Darwin Forge Enchanter. Ward, pay 2 life. And Prowess. 1/3, though. Another Rebirth. Sure, Rebirth is not going to insta-kill us. There's a mountain, though. Bladegrath Aspirant would require us to run equipments. Yeah, I don't know if we want to get into the equipment thing. Because then we're like starting to chip away into like what our main board plan here is. Are we not just dead to burn spell? Yeah, are we not? That's surprising. We are soon though. Like we're not gonna be able to turn this game around. We are going to steal a couple of their things though. And blow up. Pretty much we're gonna clean off their field. Which is kind of exciting here. Always do that backwards. Let's kill off these guys. I'm going to hold this back in case of Swifty. But again, we're like just a lightning bolt off the top dead, you know. So that is a thing that can very well happen here. All right. I feel like first off, Sweatworks Brawler's good, I feel like. Could be better with the improvise. Reckless Impulse. All right. They got us. End The Festivities comes in 100%. And then I think we can go down. Honestly, like, we can go down some of our steel effects here. I think Crack the Earth needs to go down on this one. I think it's just a pretty simple swap out there, but I feel like that's probably what's going to go on. More equips mean more improvised. That is true. But I'm not even 100% sure Sweatworks Brawler is 100% what we want to lean into. You know what I mean? So we'll get through this game and see how we feel about it. I definitely think Makeshift Munitions is where we want to be at. We might want to go up more Implement of Combustions. I'm just like looking at our list here, right? Like looking over a list, I think Collateral Damage needs to come out. I think we leave in Crack the Earth. Crack the Earth can be very punishing to them. I think we leave in Makeshift Munitions. And I think we have 8 steel effects. I think we just lean into having 8 sack effects too. And I think we lean into more of having Makeshift Munitions be our main one here. And with Collateral Damage out, we can look at, because Collateral Damage I don't like in the sense of it taking away from us. So we could look at bringing in Swift Spear. We could look at bringing in maybe more Implement of Combustions. I'm going to keep this hand. We can lead on Combustion and then Impulse next turn. Agreed, drop Collateral Damage for something better, maybe Swifty. Yeah, we could also potentially bring in Swift Spear. Collateral Damage is, like, I like this card, like, a lot. But I feel like between Crack the Earth is more punishing, and then Makeshift Munitions is just a better sack outlet. So I feel like between those two sack outlets, we don't really need Collateral Damage, and I feel like we're having too many sack outlets for how many cards we're taking. Then we can Reckless Impulse and then Sweatworks Brawler maybe turn 3, depending on what we hit off of Reckless Impulse. This Sweatworks Brawler is like probably more of a late game card. And I'm not sure like how much this hijinky kind of deck. I feel like it might work better as Rakdos than just mono. Honestly, like the more we play it. Okay. So we are going to get a mountain here. Well, I'm probably gonna have to let this Collateral Damage go. If we're leaning into artifacts heavier, the spell bombs would be good. That is true. I just don't know if we want to lean heavier into artifacts, you know? I feel like Swift Spear is probably better. Because Swift Spear, like, I guess we want to steal creatures. Like, with this deck, we want to steal creatures and sacrifice it, right? But we also want to have like a tempo clock, and I feel like Swift Spear is going to be better for that tempo clock. Our opponent, I don't feel like has a very strong hand here. So I feel like taking out the collateral damages for Swift Spear is probably going to be better. I also think probably Crack the Earth would have been better to bring in. We should have taken out the collateral damages for the End The Festivities and keep in Crack the Earth. That's what we should have done. Because, yeah, we want to like 2-for-1 them, right? Let's play the Sweatworks. Let's play the sweaty one. The sweaty brawler here and pass. We do have outlets to do our shenanigans with, so Kuldotha Rebirth though would be pretty rough. And they have a lot of cards that's going to clean up this brawler really nicely. No, like Gal Blasts. My poor brawler. It was just a baby. I'm like thinking in my head. It's like I feel like I have. I feel like I have a semi idea of what to do here. In terms of like what we are doing. Maybe. Maybe not. And the festivities off the top would be kind of nice. Well, that's a target to steal for sure. They played that backwards. Oh, unless they got it off. I guess they could have got it off of the implement, right? Yeah, and the festivities would be a pretty good draw. Eventually. Get a Wrenn resolve. I don't think I want a Wrenn resolve here. I honestly think I want to Wrangle, attack, and then kill the monetary Swift Spear. Okay, no blocks. We can Wrenn resolve next turn. Comes in with 2 goblins. Sure. Still, and in the festivities. Probably just going to play the brawler next turn. I guess not. We get to draw a card though. Another Wrenn resolve. Gonna build a Boros equipment list for that aspirant at some point. Be cool. Wrenn resolve. Synthesizer here. Okay. Throw out another combustion and just pass. Then next turn we can hopefully Sweatworks Brawler and Wrenn resolve or something. Jeez, Pete's. Okay. I was hoping to use that synthesizer, but I guess not. We draw another one, though. I'm going to Wrenn Resolve here, I guess. Let's play the Goldhound here. We should be able to improvise off of it. Play the Steelworks Brawler and pass. We're trying here. We are trying. We're putting in the good effort. That's some beautiful synergy there. Yeah, that's why I left in the Goldhound off of that improvisation. The improvise. And it hit very good off that Reckless Impulse, which is kind of nice. I'd love to top deck a sack effect here. Or get one off of this. Makeshift Munitions would be great. No, we get a Wrenn Resolve. I'm going to play it. For obvious reasons. There we go. That'll do. That'll do just nicely. Attack you for 4. And I'll probably blow up this Implement of Combustion to see if I can find something. I wish hijack effects, though, were... I really wish they were instant speed. They'd be too good then, wouldn't they? I like this Implement of Combustion quite a bit. Ooh, piece of candy. Alright. Don't kill us this turn, opponent. If they were instant speed, they'd be in the meta. True. They would be the meta. Yeah, let's hope we don't die this turn. If we don't die this turn, we have a great next turn. Not as good of a next turn now. Oof. That sucks. I'm just going to yield through turn. I got nothing to do. They can take us down to 2. They could kill us here. Depending on what they have. I don't know what they have in hand. Gonna attack us for 2. Sure. What's up, Piano? How's it going? You did that in the wrong step. But if they have another one, I mean, we're still dead regardless. Do you have another one? Oh, they just have Fire Blast. All right. Womp womp. All right, let's real quick. Swift Spear. Getting Swifty in here. Remove the Collateral Damage here. And then Goldhound. Do we like Goldhound? That's the question. Do we like Tentative Connection over top of just flat out Hijack? I don't think so. Let's go to Hijack. So the new card, Marauding Dreadship. What's that? Okay. That's interesting. I've not played that before. It's pretty cool. Bring in the Hijacks. And then doesn't feel like it'd be nicely fit a doesn't it feel like it could fit nicely in a aggression version or affinity? It could definitely affinity. It could definitely fit in. It could fit just in an aggression shell too. That's for sure. I guess I don't have any more. Well, let's do the spell bomb then, because I have the spell bombs. And something to aggro the opponent after a big kark. Big kark. I didn't even notice you took out the Tentative Connection. Yeah. You can crew it and crack in response. That does sound fun. That does sound really fun. Hold on. We got him ordered. How much is in Implement of Combustion? We've kind of moved away from the whole menace thing, haven't we, though? What's this crew cost? Crew 2? It is worth knowing. It is crew 2. Let's put in 2 in here. Let's bring back some of the menace guys. So I like Goldhound. I still like Sweat. And Tentative Connection could be good though. Let's do 2 of it and 2 hijack. That way we're not completely out of the menace. Maybe Goldhound's not as good. Maybe Neonate's better. Just like cycle. No need for Menace if we're due Prowess Shell, honestly. Menace only makes sense if you run Tentative Connection, Kessig Flamethrower, Flame Breather, or Darvin Forge Chanter would complement Swifty. It is true. I don't want to like veer too off of the Menace thing though, because I like the Menace idea. I like Tentative Connection getting dropped to like being able to be dropped to a 1-drop. So like I'm not like super like unimposed to that, but I think let's no love for Goblin Blast Runner. There is just that's not what we're doing in this shell this time around. I'm gonna have to bounce because I got to get ready for work, but I think we can come back to the let's take a few days. It has wait, does it? Wait, what? Hold on, what? I have Goblin Blast Runner. Piano, come on. You're coming in clutch here. We are sacrificing a lot of stuff. Minutes when you sack something, but we do sack a lot though. You know, we are sacrificing a lot of stuff. We have Makeshift Munitions. We're taking their stuff and sacking them. So when so take for example, like we jack Wrangle, right? We wrangle a Kuldotha token, right? Then we sack it with Makeshift Munitions, Crack the Earth, whatever have you, right? We have a lot of sack effects here. Then Blast Runner is going to be better than attacking them with the Goblin. No, the only thing is it doesn't have Menace until you sack. So I still think we maybe do a 2-2 split between Tentative and Hijack. That'd be good in my deck, but mine's more based around the steal and sack. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe we'll try something like this next time with this deck. We'll take a look at it. But I'm gonna have to get ready to go. I gotta get ready for work. Real quick, before we leave, I want to talk about this hijack deck we're playing tomorrow. I want to try to get in a little bit earlier tomorrow so we can try to run this, and maybe tweak it a little bit more to try to figure out a little bit more to do with this deck. So hopefully we will get to like take a look at this deck a little bit more tomorrow. Try to get in more games. I wish I could stream for longer. I do. Unfortunately, this is what I got. So thank you once again, Raging Bull, for the deck list for Red Menace. I do feel like we kind of moved away from the whole Red Menace thing a little bit. So I apologize for that. But I also feel like, I don't know, we needed something here. Maybe we can take a look at it and go back more to the Menace thing and try. I don't know. We need to figure something out. I want to say this. I do feel like playing this deck made me think of like some things for the Rakdos build. And I do feel like there is something here with the hijack mechanics where you steal it and sack it. I feel like there's something here for a deck of this nature to exist. Maybe Menace wasn't the best shell, but I still feel like there's something here. I think Wrangle's good. I feel like the Wrenn Resolve, like when you look at the shell of this deck, like there's good things here. Like I feel like there's a lot good here. We just didn't have like a payoff to like bring it home with. And I feel like we need something like a carrion feeder to grow as we beat down. Like I feel like with these hijack decks moving into the future, as we're kind of brewing these things together, moving with these hijack decks, we need to look at like with these when you hijack a creature, you need to sack it, but then at the same time we need to close out the window, so we need a bit of an aggressive shell here too. I don't think there's an argument to be made here as like, oh well, you just steal their creatures and you, maybe there is, maybe that's the thing we're not like looking at. Maybe we need to have a control shell where the payoff is stealing their creatures and killing them with their own creatures. I don't know, but I feel like there is something here with these hijack mechanics. But I'm gonna have to get ready to go. Thank you all for hanging out. Have a good day. Thank you, Darius. You also have a great day. Also, Raging Bull, happy birthday to your daughter once again. Thank you for the list. Thank you guys always for these lists. I love looking at these lists. And we kind of like work on them. Maybe we tinker them a little bit. We talk about them, try to figure them out a little bit. I'll build a Grixis control theft deck. Yeah. I'm being serious. I really feel like there's something here with these hijack mechanics that could be good. So definitely worth checking out and looking into, and trying to play around with them. But I'm going to have to bounce for work. If you want to send me your deck list, feel free to send it to me. Comment, whatever, the deck list. Links don't work. If you want me to play your deck list through a league, only creature we would have would be Curve. Curve would be kind of cool. Peace, bro. I'm going to try to work on Equipment Menace stuff. That could be fun, too, like Equipment Menace. Because I do think Sweatworks Brawler is not a bad card. I just don't feel like it's the correct shell for it, but I definitely don't feel like it's a bad card at all. It may or may not work. Well, you know, if it's cheap, we'll look at it anyway. We can always have fun. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. As long as we had a good time playing some cards we normally don't play, that's all that matters. But yeah, if you want me to run your deck list or a deck through a league, becoming a member is the best way to do that, or $20 super chats while I'm live. Supporting the channel through memberships is a great way to support the channel. I don't know what I'm trying to say there. I tripped over my own words. You can become a member if you want to support the channel even further, or just subscribing, liking the videos, commenting on the videos, watching the videos is also a great way to do it. Black-green artifacts may also not work, but at least it should be fun. That's all that matters. This is a game at the end, right? It doesn't matter. It only matters to win when there's money on the line, which is leagues. When we're just playing these queues, brewing up some decks and playing around, it doesn't matter. So as long as we have fun. And I'm not gonna lie, with these lists that you guys have been sending me, they've been a lot of fun. So I love getting these lists. I love playing these lists with you guys. So I'm gonna be out tomorrow. We're gonna play Hijack. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'll catch you all tomorrow, hopefully.